guys, Bob Vandersloot here with Peak Athletic Training. Got Kyle here, he's gonna demonstrate a half a Turkish get-up. So this is the prelude to the full Turkish get-up. It's gonna go through a couple of the movements that are required in order to complete the Turkish get-up. These initial movements are really good for creating a pretty sturdy shoulder and creating a lot of stability in the shoulder joint and learning just how to pack that shoulder joint in to create that stability in that arm bar position. So we'll show you how to get the kettlebell up to the arm bar position first. So Kyle's just gonna grip it on the side. He's gonna grip it with both hands and he's on his side. He's just gonna roll over to his back, and that way he's got the kettlebell up to his chest, and then he can press it up with either one hand or both hands, depending on how much strength he needs to get that kettlebell up. So you'll notice he's got his arm up. We're gonna kind of cue Kyle to bring his shoulder blade down to the ground and pack that thing down so that the scapula is on the ground completely, and he's got his right leg up, right arm up. Initial movement, he's gonna push up through his heel on his right side. He's gonna get up onto his forearm on the left side and then extend up onto his hand on the left side as well. Eyes are always on the kettlebell, and then he'll get up into about a half a glute bridge, getting that good hip extension, pushing up, feeling some engagement in his hamstrings and glutes. And then opposite on the way down, drops back out of that glute bridge onto the forearm and down back into the original position for the Turkish get-up. So we'll watch him do a couple more here. And again, you'll notice his arm is pretty sturdy. He's not wavering too much. He's not penduluming at all. If we see any athletes that are kind of penduluming and moving that shoulder blade around, we'll have to cue them probably to get a lighter weight and really try to protract that shoulder blade back a little bit. But Kyle's doing a pretty good job here. Again, eyes on the kettlebell. You don't want to waver too much, especially if you're using heavy pounds or heavy weight like Kyle is here. You want to make sure you keep focused on that kettlebell and get a good extension here. Again, the triceps doing a little bit of work. You'll wake up in the morning and really feel those triceps working, and you'll probably end up having a little bit of hamstring muscle soreness there as well, because in that glute bridge position, he's extending that hip and the hamstring's working overtime here. And when he wants to switch sides, he'll just bring that kettlebell right back down to his chest, get it back into the rack position on the left side. We can roll it over again. We'll show you that technique to roll it over. This is a little bit easier coming from the left side here. And then he'll just push up. Notice the left leg comes up now, right leg goes down. Pretty good angle here to see that left leg in action. So he's packing that shoulder blade down nice and tight. Eyes on the kettlebell, extending straight up. Glute bridge. Arms should be maybe a little bit more underneath the shoulder. His hands should be almost directly underneath the shoulder. We're gonna try to change that angle on the next one here, see if you can do a little bit of a different approach here. So arms straight underneath the shoulder. Good, that's a little better. You see the angle change. And his glutes working overtime. Hamstrings working pretty good here too. And his shoulder is certainly on fire. One of the best stability drills that you can do. We use this with a lot of our hockey players for prehab, definitely our volleyball players who use their shoulders quite a bit and have a lot of joint laxity, and baseball players or throwers. Any overhead athlete, really, this is an exceptional shoulder stability drill that we employ with most of those athletes. So this is the half Turkish get-up.